Hello everybody, back here again for our vlog a day, and today is Saturday the 22nd, and today was a lovely beautiful day. Got up this morning fairly early with the puppy, got them outside. Thought I had another dog coming today. Turned out they just ghosted. They put in a request, the whole 9 yards, and then never heard back from them. I responded back to them within like 3 minutes, then just nothing. And I reached out a couple of times like, hey, I know you want to drop your dog off at like 6:30 tomorrow morning. I need to know, what's going on. Never heard from Raw. So throughout the whole day, nothing happened. So looks like tomorrow will be my first full day off without a dog since October. So kind of excited about the weather. Kind of looking for getting way too cold to make it a beach day, but we'll see what's going to happen. So who knows? I might run out and buy my wife a new car. So I'm gonna joked about just going out buying a car. So every time I think about buying a car, I think about it too much. I talk myself out of it. It's like 50 grand just to go write a check for a car, which is crazy. So I told her I wanted a Tesla Plaid, which is like 130, and I'm like, we'll just put like, I don't know, 60 grand down on it, 65,000 down on it, make payments on the rest, and be good to go there. But she doesn't think she wants to do that kind of thing, so it is what it is. But went ahead, got outside the puppy, hopped in the hot tub a little bit, hung out there for a while. My wife finally got up. My mother got up around the house, got a couple things done, nothing major. From there, got out, got dressed, got dried off. Finally heard from the people picking the dog up today. They picked the dog up, everything went well there. Had a friend in from out of town, so it's really good. The dog's old, blind, gets insulin, all kinds of issues. So, but he's a good dog. He's funny. You get to play with him. He gets all super excited and roughhousing and starts like chewing on you and barking and just going nuts. And they just like, I'm gonna take a nap. He goes down quick. So hangs around you, falls around like a little Velcro dog. Everything works great. Get the dog back, went well. Hung out the day. We were kind of just like, hey, what are we gonna do the rest of the day? Weren't really sure what was gonna happen. It was raining, drizzly, crappy all day. So decided we were going to run up and take care of her father's stuff. Had to go up there, check on the house, get the mail, all that kind of fun stuff. Look for the cats. She was talking to her dad about whether he was gonna go home or not, whether he's gonna stay there, what he's gonna do. So last time her dad and I spoke before we had like Christmas and stuff about his life was he basically threw a little tantrum, said he didn't want my help anymore because I was putting requirements upon him. I treated him like a child. And I did talk to him like a child because he was acting like a child. One of the last ones we had a blow up on was he was at a doctor's appointment. He was supposed to call his daughter so she could talk to the doctor on the phone and ask him like 3 simple questions. We had to tell him: 1, change the pharmacy; 2, a couple of little things, blah blah. We're taking all of 6 minutes. He decided he didn't need that help. He's a grown adult man, he can take care of himself. And because he didn't do that, they sent the prescriptions to the wrong pharmacy and so on and so forth. And between my daughter, himself, and staff there, and also me involved, it took about 3 hours to fix what would have been a 3-minute phone call. 6 minutes, worst case scenario, by the time she introduced herself. Instead, there's 3 hours with 4 people, 5 people working on it, trying to fix crap for about 3.5, 4 hours. And I was not happy. I'm like, this is why you have to do what we tell you to do. We tell you to do something, just do it. If you don't want to do it because that reason, tell us you don't want to do it. But then at that point, we're not going to help you anymore because you're making this be a whole ton more work. So after that, I threw a little fit, didn't want my help anymore. So basically, he's been kind of on his own, and I've been just enjoying my peace and not have to deal with him. So then I want my help again. So we're trying to work with him. I went up there, we talked to him for a while, basically discussing whether or not he's going to try and go home, whether he's going to try and stay there, what he's going to do, all these different options. And he's complaining he feels like he's stuck in a prison at the assisted living facility. And I said, you realize you said the same things about your house? You felt like you were trapped in a prison. You had nothing to, no entertainment, no nothing. But all you do is sit in your room. That's what you do at your house. What can you do at your house that gives you more freedom? You can go here, at least here, like now, when you turn your phone off, your ringer off, you can figure out how to get your ringer to work. Guess what? We didn't have to worry about it because we knew that if you fell down, you could yell, the staff would hear you, they would come get you. You could push the button, they would hear you, they would come get you. But at home, that's not the case. But he couldn't tell me a single thing he could do there that he couldn't do at the nursing home, at apartment, we want to call it. They couldn't tell me a single thing there. I'm like, then why go home? He's like, well, I could pet my cat. And I'm like, okay, whatever. So a cat that could get hit by a car any day, you're gonna implode your whole life over a cat. I don't want to talk about that. Like, you don't want to talk about the fact that cat can have it's an inside outside cat could easily get hit by a car. He don't like to play in the street. I'm like, you don't know what the cat does outside your house, but whatever. He also wants a dog now. And I said, so what happens when you hurt your shoulder again, or if you hurt your hip, or if you get where you can't walk very much? He goes, well, the dogs have to learn to not move. I'm like, so you're gonna make a dog just not move for 3 days while you can't take the dog outside, go to the bathroom and stuff? Like, come on. Talking about, I don't know, it's a mess. So he can have a dog at the apartment he's in. It's a mess. So we tried to answer some things. Talked about, he said how we took away his life, his freedoms, and took away therapy's life because we don't let him have a car. And I'm like, you chose to sell your car. This was your choice. So I call him out, I'm like, hey, we didn't do this, stop blaming us for shit. Because here's the thing, I'm not gonna try and help you and then get blamed. Then things, you know, are poorer because of your bad decisions you made when this is your fault. So we kind of got into it. And I'm like, you were using, 3 times your daily recommended dose of morphine, and you had withdrawals. And I was a pain in the ass. He goes, oh, I didn't either. I was just toying with the people at the hospital, and I was just playing along with their things, and it wasn't nothing. And I cannot handle people who do not take responsibility for their flaws. I got plenty of them. I take my responsibilities. So I just stood up because my wife told her I loved her to death, but I can't sit there and listen to that man straight up lie to me. I can't do it. I'm not gonna sit there and let a man just straight up lie to me and avoid responsibility. So I left. They continued to talk for a while. We had also talked about him selling his house, moving closer to us so we could help take care of him easier, so it's not a 45-minute drive one way. And that's what he thinks he wants to do. He did try and call me, left a voicemail apologizing for, he just said, I'm sorry it went that way. Not, I'm taking responsibility for my shit. Not, I owe an apology, and here is that apology. I think I owe you an apology. That's not an apology, but the man doesn't know how to give apologies, and I'm trying to work with the fact that he's never been called out for this crap in his lifetime, and he's dealt with a lot of people that just fucking let him be. I don't do well with that, but I'm trying to do my best for my wife and trying to do better. And I admit I am a very weak man when it comes to that whole process. If you don't stand up and take responsibility for yourself, man, that is my biggest downfall I have in my life, is people don't take responsibility for their own damn actions. And it eats me up because that adds stress to my wife. I hate that fact. And I'm trying to do better so my wife doesn't have to deal with that. It makes me mad that I make my wife stressed because I don't want to be that stressor. I want to be the one who de-stresses her, not the one who gives her stress. And by basically want to tell her father to fuck off and take responsibility, it makes it hard for me because I know that adds stress into her. And I try to do better, but I can't. I'm weak, and I'm sad when it comes to that. So I'm working on it, but trying to do my best. So when I left there, she got in the car. We headed up to his house, checked on the stuff. Can't see the cat. The cat's nowhere in sight. The cat's nowhere around. And we don't know what's coming in. We think raccoons are coming in his house and eating cat food because they're also going through the recycling bins and whatnot, the soda bottles and whatnot, trying to stuff. So he has random animals going in and out of his house. It's going to make it almost impossible to sell that place. It stinks like cat piss, and the house smells like cat shit and piss, and it's going to be all a pain in the ass to sell. So it's going to be hard. It's going to suck, but who knows? We'll see what we can do. He's going to work on trying to go home for a few days. I said at least start with an overnight. Right now, they're still giving him meds daily, and they don't have enough meds, so he can't even give him his couple days of the meds to go home. So he can't even, like, part of me is like, you can't, first off, I told you that months ago, get the meds in your own control. A couple months ago, so that was the first thing I talked about working on 4 months ago, was getting that done. So, really? Move over, dipshit. Christ, people, I don't fucking know why you gotta be that close to me, but went ahead, still ain't got that done. 4 months plus went by. Still don't have, doesn't even have control of his own meds yet. But he wants to go home full time. He can't figure out how to cook. It's just, his short-term memory is awful. We're afraid he's gonna burn the house down. There's a whole bunch of problems here. When he wants to go home, we gotta bring him home. We gotta go get food for him. Gotta go get a microwave. We got a whole bunch of crap we gotta do. Just bring him home. To my wife, I said, well, it's better to do that now than just buy him a house in Edgewater and find out the fact that he can't stay home. And then we spent 20 grand in closing costs and all the hassles and everything involved just for him to go back to the nursing home. So I told him, I said, I'd live in your house for at least a month before I gave up this apartment because it'll cost you $5 grand to walk back in the door. So it's only $2,200 for her to stay here a month. They don't care if you're here or not, as long as you pay the bill. They don't give a damn. So we'll see what happens. We left there, got down at the house, we came back, got here to our place, had leftovers, some pork that I smoked up, and ended up outside in the evening. I ate way too much pork. Had some pork and beans also. I ate way too much. There's hardly any left, so I thought I'll just close it off. Oh, hurt my belly. Made my belly sore. So ended up outside, had myself a nice little cigar, chilled out for the evening, wrapped it up and called it a day. So anyway, that's all I got for now. Talk to you guys tomorrow. Have yourself a safe, wonderful day. Thanks for watching.